The voice of sharing during ASEAN.
Hi, this is Arlene, and we are going to continue our next segment on Blast from the Grassroots. And today we have a guest coming all the way from France, and his name is Josselin Rieth. How are you?
Yes, hello. I'm fine.
So
Thanks
you're
for the
Skyping.
invitation.
Yeah, you're welcome. And currently you're Skyping with us on with Durian ASEAN on a topic that is you are very passionate on, which is regarding on interfaith. And this is based on your project together with your other friends who are from different faiths, and together you travel all over the world to understand the interfaith experience and the different culture and understanding about religion. So first of all, maybe you can probably share with us and introduce you and your team, like how that this idea can come about, and you sort of move forward and travel all over the world for this.
Okay. So let's start to the beginning. We are part of an organization in France, which is called Coexister, like coexist in English, with young people from different faiths, so Jews, Muslim, Christians, or non-believer, like free thinkers. And we are trying to make projects together to build social cohesion and mutual understanding. And we thought about more than 2 years ago, to make a big project to see how people deal with interface, but in different countries, in different continents. And we thought about this interface tour, which is sending a team of young people from different faiths to meet people already involved into interface. So the aim, the goal of the project was really simple and really clear. Was to meet people, peace builders and interface activists all over the world, in Asia, in Africa, in South America. So that's it. We traveled for 10 months over 50 countries, and we met more than 400 activists and 400 peace builders. So that's it.
Mm-hmm. And how did you and your friend came about this? And if I'm not mistaken, all of you came from very different religious background. Maybe you can share some of the background stories of you and your friends.
Yes, so we were a team of 5 boys. Unfortunately, no women, but hopefully in the next team. And there was a Jew, a Christian, a Muslim, an atheist, a non-believer, and myself as an agnostic. So there is difference between non-believer, saying that God doesn't exist, and agnostic who don't know or know but don't care or whatever, free thinker, as they say in Singapore. And we are all students, and we think that religion is always used as a problem and as a thing that can struggle people each other. And for myself, I was not really open or really aware about this interface issue. And I met Samuel, the Christian guy, the president and founder of Coexister, our organization in France. And we spoke a lot about racism, interface actions, peace buildings, building social cohesion and all. And I was really inspired by his point of view and his actions. And I told to myself that, okay, I'm agnostic, I'm not really a religious person, but if I want to try to make living people together, we can use this interface tool, because for us it's not really an end or a goal. Interfaith is not only people talking to each other and then when they come back to their house, they forget. It's more like we do some project together, we act together, even if we are different, even if we come from different backgrounds. And this is really important. So for us, Interfaith is a tool. And for any of my fellows, my friends of Interfaith tools are the same. So Ilan, a Jew, always to tackle anti-Semitism in France. Ismael, which is a Muslim guy, to tackle Islamophobia in France, which is really strong nowadays. So we are all different aims and different goals, but the same always goal to create better social cohesion.
So you travel all over the world, including Malaysia, and I remember meeting you when you dropped by Kuala Lumpur to sort of meet up with all the different religious and interfaith groups in the country. And but at the same time, you also travel to other countries like in Singapore and in Indonesia as well. But what are other countries that you explore in different regions of this and of the world?
We started in Europe. The beginning of the trip was Europe with 16 countries in 2 months. So a lot of inspiring countries as Croatia, Italy, Bosnia-Herzegovina, with the war about 20 years ago against Croats and Bosniaks and Serbs. So it was really interesting to see how young generation use interface tool to create some mutual understanding. We've been to Middle East, of course.
Which part of the Middle East?
Israel, Palestine for a month. Egypt,
which part of Palestine? Is it Gaza or West Bank?
Oh, no, not Gaza. We couldn't at this time, but we've been to all the West Bank, like Bethlehem, Nazareth, Hebron, which is really really sad because today there are a lot of struggles in their areas, and we see in TV and news that it's a really complicated situation there. So that's really sad because 1 year ago we've been to this part of the world, Israel and Palestine, and even if there are tensions, and that's true, there is a lot of tensions in the two parts. We met a lot of activists and organizations working for peace, for bringing people together, for build constructive interactions, and that's really sad that we see today their work are really broke down by the Israeli state and the Hamas situation. So it's difficult to say something about Israel and Palestine, but we can say that when we were there 1 year ago, we met a lot of inspiring interfaith organization. I remember of one interfaith organization in Israel, which is named Interfaith Encounter Association. So that's the name. It's bringing people together of different religions background, or Israel and Palestinians together for health projects, sports, social actions. And so people want peace, but there is also extremists of both parts.
Mm-hmm. And when you were in Palestine, what kind of people that you met, and what was their the message that they echoed to you when it comes to the war between Israel and its neighbors?
Palestinians people are really tired about this conflict. There is a lot of people who are really, yes, tired, and they don't want this war. And even in Israel, not all Israel peoples want this war. It's only the politics and the policy states of Israel, and in the other parts, the Hamas group. But Palestinian, like civilians that we've met, are really tired, and they don't want this war because it's really, really hard and really not life easy situation for them. So that's really difficult.
Mm-hmm. But you also dropped by Malaysia, if I'm not mistaken, and
yes,
to talk about the race and religious issues in Malaysia. What did you really find out about the interfaith situation in this country?
Malaysia was really interesting because you had this Allah issue about the word Allah, who Christian can't use this word. And when we were in Kuala Lumpur a few months ago, we met a lot of initiatives and organizations working against this federal court decision. I don't know if it's a law or a decision from the federal court, and it was really interesting, Malaysia, because when we were in Europe, interfaith is used as social actions or mutual understanding. When we were in Africa, it was also social actions to tackle health issues, to tackle malaria and all. And when we were in Asia, and especially in Malaysia, we found out that interfaith can be used as a political aspect, political aspect, to say, let us be inclusive and unite, let us be one, let Christian can use the word Allah. And we met initiative like Project Dialogue, well, I think.
Yeah.
Interfaith organization and intercultural organization, Sisters in Islam, which is an organization of Muslim women who work on feminism and women's rights. And all those really inspiring organizations are really in the same point of view as us, like using interfaith as a tool to do something else. To say, no, let us be unite against the government, to say, okay, we can bring people together to do something else, to create another society. So it was really inspiring, Malaysia, and especially organization in Kuala Lumpur.
Mm-hmm. Traveling all over the world, what kind of interfaith messages that you receive besides the ones that you mentioned in Malaysia and also in the Middle East? What are other messages that you felt were important to be highlighted based on your travelings?
It's really simple. People say that we can be different, we can think different, like think that God is Allah, or God is whatever, or think that I'm Christian, you're Muslim. So things that we are different, that's a fact. But we can do something together. And all people that we've met all over the world think the same, and think that difference is not a problem. It's part of the solution. So that was really inspiring, that in Africa or in Asia, like in India, in Malaysia, in Indonesia, or in South America, Argentina, Uruguay, all people, when we ask the question, what is important for you, what is the highlights on your interfaith work, told us that, yes, we can be different. Okay, I have my own background, I have my own beliefs, and you have your own beliefs, but that's not a problem. That's not difference. It's not struggling of people struggling against and all. And that's really inspiring to see that all people have the same answers.
When you were in all these different countries, can you share with us other activities that you do besides talking to these different civil society groups? Do you also keep, if I'm not mistaken, a website as well, and also a Facebook page? And you constantly interact with all the different people of different faith throughout the journey of your interfaith tour.
Yes. The purpose, one of the purpose of the Interfaith tour was raising awareness about what is going on about interfaith all over the world. And we do have an interfaith website, interfaithtour.com, to share what we've done, to share videos also. We made 3 or 4 minutes video every week to give to people a little sum up of the week that we've done, and a lot of testimonies of interfaith activists and all. And the Facebook page was really important for us because it was sharing at the live, like Twitter or Facebook, sharing at live, sharing what we've done, sharing really inspiring initiative, sharing photos and all. And it was one of the big aim, one of the goal of the Interfaith tour, were raising awareness that we try to do the same in France with Coexister, our interfaith organization, since 5 years. We try to build some mutual understanding and all, but we would to see that all over the world there is also organization like us would do the same, would do the really the same work, and which try to make things better. So yes, raising awareness, really important.
Which countries that you visited? I know it's a lot, but if you can name, like, I guess almost all the countries that you visited.
Yes, so I told about Europe, like Germany, Finland, Sweden, Croatia, Italy, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Serbia. I told about Middle East, so Israel, Palestine, Turkey, Lebanon, Egypt, Africa also, Burkina Faso, Ivory Coast, Kenya, then Asia, India, Japan, China, Laos, Cambodia, Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore. Then we went to Australia, Sydney, and we crossed the Pacific to arrive in South America, so Argentina, Uruguay, Brazil, Mexico, United States, which is really inspiring when it comes to interfaith activities. And the last countries was Canada.
Mm-hmm. Of all the countries that you went, I know there's a lot, but maybe you can share with us the favorite countries that really inspires you, or at least provided you a more alternative insight on what, interfaith is all about, or what unity is all about.
Yes, we have a different point of view in the team, so I have my preferences. I really liked a really poor country in Africa, which is named Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso, yes, but really poor country, unfortunately. And there is mostly Christians and Muslims there, but there is no struggle at all. All people live really together, like difference. It's not a problem. They are all unite, and it was we were really surprised to see that. We spent like 2 weeks in Burkina Faso, and they are lot of organization to work on peace, but also on health issues, obviously, HIV and all. And interfaith is really common in Burkina Faso. It's not a problem. It's not an issue. It's not something that we want to talk about. It's common. It's normal. So it was really inspiring to be there. And I can say in Malaysia too, it was really inspiring. I was really surprised by all the different groups and all the different activists involved into interfaith in Malaysia. So I liked really Malaysia, and really not far from us in France, in Germany, we met an initiative really inspiring, which is named the Great Night of Religions, which is the city hall of Berlin, the capital of Germany, which opened the door for one night of all communities, all churches, all mosques, all Buddhist temples to struggle against racism, against discriminations and all. And it was really simple to do, but working and inspiring.
Mm-hmm. As a young person yourself, sorry, I just can't help but to be really admiring to the work that you and your peers are doing. If you have one message that you really want to get it out for young people of today, why interfaith is really important to ensure that, you know, civilization can prosper for now and of course in the future as well. What are the main areas that you think young people should really get involved and really have to, I mean, they should really have more awareness on the situation on the ground?
Obviously, interfaith and intercultural issues, I can say that don't be afraid of involve yourself in different issues, in peace building issues, and don't be afraid to speak up about your faith, about your thoughts, about your beliefs, and to speak to others. Don't be afraid to go to speak with others and to make project with them. We can't be alone. We can't be only with their people who likes us. So don't be afraid to be involved and speak out about your beliefs.
Mm-hmm. So moving on from Interfaith Tour until now, what is the future outlook for this particular project?
After this World Tour, so the World Tour was 10 months, and we made a France tour for 2 months. So it was a 1 year project at least. We made a 2 months of France tour to explain and to share what we've done in the past year, and with all the countries that we crossed and all, in about more than 60 cities and more than 90 conferences in a lot of city hall, religious communities, schools. So that was really nice, a bit exhausting, but really nice to do. And we hope that, and we hope that next year and the other years, a new team can be sent in other countries, in other situations, because it's not like a one shot, only five French youngsters made a world tour. That's cool, but no, it's a pilot project. So all the years or all the 2 years, a new team will be sent in different countries that we didn't go, or a country that we crossed but quickly, so more underground. And in 1 year, a new team will go around the world, not especially for 10 months, but maybe for 5 or 6 months in other countries in Africa, other countries in Asia, for example. So it's only a pilot project. It's the beginning of Interfaith Tour.
Okay. Anyway, thank you very much, Josselin, for sharing with us your views, and all the best for Interfaith Tour. And hopefully that more and more young people like you guys will be able to spread the awareness on the importance of peace and understanding, especially on interfaith and intercultural understanding between different communities. Thank you.
Thanks, Arlene.